What's going on, Bucko's Locker? This is your boy Travis checking in this morning. And you see the title down below. You already know what I'm about to talk about. I woke up to this news, had a nightmare about it, and then that nightmare became a reality. Let me just address the situation. You know what I mean? Shout out to Isaiah. Please like and subscribe. Ring that little bell to get notified when we put new videos up. Let this channel grow. We're almost about to hit 3,000 subscribers. But let me address the situation, man. So, let's just address the obvious. Antonio Brown on the Buccaneers squad adds another weapon to this receiving corps with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Scotty Miller, Tyler Johnson, Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, Rojo, Shady McCoy, if you want to consider him a weapon right now. Leonard Fournette, Vaughn, the rookie Vaughn. With what's been happening with receivers, with Mike Evans being injured and Godwin getting injured, it adds a veteran with speed, all pro, 4-time all pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, somebody familiar with Tom Brady. That adds a great weapon on our offense, which is always great. Our offense is growing, getting better each week. Defense is number one in the league. It's awesome. I think that side of it is awesome. Obviously, I'm talking about the pros. Brady wanted this guy, and Brady got him. And we have a much needed weapon on this thing. And I believe we'll definitely expose a lot of defenses out there because you don't know who's going to be guarded. Nobody's going to be double covered. And if somebody is double covered, somebody must be wide open. So we have no excuse on the offense spreading the ball out, getting down there. We have a speedy deep threat now to spread the ball out. I think he could be a 2 receiver or move him in the slot. Especially, he'd probably be slot right now, especially with him learning the playbook and whatnot. But him starting week 9, now that he's signed with us, he can get familiar with the playbook. You already know Brady's going to meet with him and work on routes with them on their own private time, and just so he gets familiar. So by the time he's officially on the roster and making some plays, he has an idea what to do and where to go. Because you can tell there's still some miscommunication between Brady and some of the receivers, mainly Mike Evans. So that's my good. And I think the good is obvious. The guy can definitely spread the field, definitely make our offense unpredictable in the passing game. And he brings a veteran receiver to the group much more than Mike Evans. Let's talk about the bad. I think everybody knows about the bad. This guy's character is toxic. It's cancerous. It's not good. It's something you don't want to have in your locker room. It's something you don't have to worry about outside the locker room. On the field, he's a great leader. He's a guy that likes to make plays, and he's an athlete, truly talented guy. But outside of that, I think his actions have shown he cares about himself more than anything else. Now, he's still under investigation for his charge that he got last year for assaulting an artist in his house, and also that trainer. So he could still be charged and penalized by the NFL even after his suspension ends. So we're already worrying about that looming in the background when he comes back on week 9. So we may have him for one game or two and not knowing what's going to happen when this guy touches the field, maybe say something crazy. Because Antonio Brown's still going to do something. I think it's been well documented. He's done the most selfish things, and he can't stay out of trouble. And with Raymond James Stadium being down the street from the Bermuda Triangle of Tampa of 2001 Odyssey and Mons Venus and Scores, if you're a resident of Tampa, you already know what I'm talking about. It's bad news. And they were even talking about on the McAfee show, he shouldn't be anywhere in the state of Florida because he gets crazy in the state of Florida. Has a house down in South Florida. He needs to be on a tight leash, man. The thing is, it's a 1-year deal, which is great. He's obviously brought in just to make the offense better. But let's look at the bigger picture here. I want everybody to look at the bigger picture here. We Bruce Arians has blatantly said he did not want AB because of his personality, what he would do to the locker room. He's worked with him before in Pittsburgh. He he wants nothing to do with him. So now, 6 games in, nearing his suspension, we sign him. Is he running the team? Is Arians running the team? Just to provide clarification, is Jason Light running the team? No. Tom Brady is. This is Brady's team. And it's obvious. It's obvious. Brady's having more leverage over the GM and the coach about who comes in. He wanted him here, knowing the coach wouldn't like him for his personality. So, in my opinion, this is on Tom Brady because Tom Brady is not only the one that brought him in here, he's also the same one that I feel like should be on top of his personality because it's like you getting your buddy a job and you're like, hey man, I've been in this job for a long time. And I'm just not saying with Tampa, I'm just saying in general, like you get somebody a job, you're sticking your neck out for them, like, hey man, look, I know this guy can work, this guy can do the job, this guy can do the role, like I can vouch for him, look out for him. You want that guy to perform. You want that guy to come on there and make sure your word is he backs up your word. So now this is what I'm saying. This is on Tom Brady, y'all, because Tom Brady literally brought this guy in when the coach obviously didn't want him. Antonio Brown could have been in Seattle. Nothing to do with Tampa, maybe in the playoffs if we make it, which I think we will. Um, he could have went anywhere else. But Brady pulled him to Tampa when the coach vocally and verbally said he didn't want him. So we're seeing who has that last pull in the organization right now, which is Mr. Brady. Um, on the positive note, I'm excited to see what this offense looks like with them. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, how long is it going to last? And I mean, just this season. We all know Brady's not going to be here forever. He has a 2-year deal. Antonio Brown 1 year. Gronk, I think 1-2 year. This is obviously a win now moment, and at this point, y'all, there is no excuse. There is no excuse that we not only make the playoffs, but we go to the Super Bowl and win that damn thing. Because if we're really going all out like this, signing somebody like Antonio Brown to a position that's not really in need, it's more depth, but man, like Antonio Brown, not only is he talented, but he has so much baggage. Something you don't want to have to worry about. You know, we just had a game where we had no penalties and we had everything under control with discipline. Now we're bringing in a guy that has the worst discipline. I find that very ironic. So, we have no damn excuse at this point, y'all. We have no excuse to not make noise, and especially when everything. I mean, we're already starting to gel. So with this added weapon at our offense, we should. That's going to take time to gel as well. But hopefully, everything in the locker room and personalities sideline gels because this is only one ball, y'all. Like Tom Brady's throwing this ball to one person, and we all know how Antonio Brown gets when he doesn't get the ball. He gets upset. We seen what happened in Pittsburgh where he tossed a trash can. And at that point, he was the one receiver, so that's different. I guess you can say it's a different perspective when you're the number one receiver, you're not getting any looks. I hope he understands that in Tampa, he's not the one guy. He's one of many when it comes to this receiving corps and offense. But again, I hope Tom Brady keeps him on a tight leash. I knew Bruce Arians will. Bruce Arians will probably cut him once he makes a mistake because he didn't want him. But then again, Tom Brady has the leverage, so Tom Brady will tell him no. So Tom Brady's the captain of the ship, like literally in Tampa right now. So Tampa Bay is a great way to describe the Buccaneers right now. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So looking forward to seeing Week 9 when he's actually in an official Bucs uniform, gets on the field, and let's see how long this offense looks great because that'll be still in our tough season because we have. Not tough season, but the tougher part of the season. After we go through some divisional rivals, because that'd be the Saints Week 9, and then going forward, hopefully we'll still be above 500 after beating the Raiders, and I forget who we play after that. I think the Giants on Monday night. But we'll see, y'all, as this thing continues to unfold. Hopefully nothing comes back, pending injuries. Knock on wood. But just had to voice my opinion on it. I know Isaiah's going to do the same thing. And y'all tell me what y'all feel about the situation. I've seen some people voice about it on our Facebook page. I know Twitter's going crazy about it right now. So on my side of the spectrum, on my side of the ship with Bucko's locker, uh, I see the good and the bad, and I see the risk. So I hope that they're willing to take the punches when those risks come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So good morning on Saturday. Looking forward to Sunday's game tomorrow. This is Travis from Bucko's Locker, and I'm signing out.